Greetings, everyone. How are you doing? Hi, Miss Pam. She is live in the chat. Turn down my volume and put my phone in the stand. That would help. I had a idea for today, so I'm super. I'm always excited. I feel like I'm. Okay, there. Now you can see me. So I have out my Simon Hurley stencils that that you can get at the shop at Crescent Creation. It is linked down below for you. I have the Shell Maker stencil and then the Tiny Dots stencil. And we're going to be working on a slimline craft paper today. I thought it's fitting, right? It kind of looks like sand. Hey, Jean, how are you doing? So we're going to put tiny dots on our sand, kind of like bubbles. That's kind of what I was thinking. And then we've got a piece of paper here. It can be scrap paper. It can be whatever you have handy. And then we're just going to fill it with a bunch of our stenciled shells. There we go, stenciled shells. Now the Shell Maker does come with a couple of masks for these bigger pieces. We're not going to use these today, but you could definitely put like a little reusable adhesive, some pixie spray, put these down and ink around stuff, you know. So yeah, I just keep them in their little pouch. And what I did is I cut the top off because I didn't want to deal with the sticky. See, the sticky is still there. I just cut the top off and then I drop it into its holder. Now, the shell tiny bubbles, yeah, the Shell Maker, it comes with 4 shells. This little sand dollar, which uses 3 parts. Or no, this is not a sand dollar. That's a sand dollar. This fan shell for 3 parts. The sand dollar for 3 parts. This little guy, I'm not sure what this one's called, but it's got the 3 parts. And then the conch shell, which has 4, because you're gonna have the stripies for the top and the stripies for the bottom. And it's pretty easy. You just do the 1 part, slide it down, slide it over, and it gets all done. It lines up pretty fast. I do believe I've used it on the channel before. Yay, Pam got a card today. Or no, Jean got Pam's card today, and I got Jean's package today. So I'm excited to open that up later. Thank you, Jean. Okay, so we're gonna grab our inks, and the fun thing about shells is you can color them any color that you want to because they're yours, right? So I'm going to do, I think I'm gonna do 2 colors per shell, except for this one. We might need more, I don't know. So I'm gonna do the Guppy and Over the Moon. Some of these, oh, poor Pam. Some of these colors are available in the Crescent Creation shop. You just gotta pop in there and see. We'll do that color. Let's do blue. We'll do blue on blue because when we ink over, that's going to darken that up. And then we'll do a blue-green combo for that one. And then we'll do a red one or a pink. Yeah, it's pink. We'll do Rosy Cheeks and a Prom Queen for one of them because it doesn't really matter which one we use. And then let's do, I Let's do a fun one. Let's do, like, somebody is painting these shells and they're just having some fun. So we're gonna do a base of the Tropical Tango with a top coat of Crown Me. Actually, I'm getting a Simon Says stamp delivery today. Congratulations, Pam. I like that die so much I ordered it. Which die? Which die? Mine comes Saturday. So much for paying express postage. Aw. Yeah. Especially if they're not going to get it there expressly. Is that a word? I don't know. Okay. We're going to grab some inky brushes. And you can use whatever you want. If you want to use foam domes or, you know, whatever, by all means. Oh, I forgot I got that little guy. I don't remember. I think I got these at Five Below. Look at that. Big old honkin' makeup brush. I mean, makeup brushes that are really compact bristles. This one's going to be some soft blending. That's what that's going to be. Jean says hers is Ranger. So I've got my, I think I have them all. I don't know. Okay, so we're going to do blue and purple for you. Do pinks for you. Yellowy, green, and blue. Hey, that works. Oh, that one's yellow. I wonder what this one was. Pink, maybe? I don't know. You can also do one brush per color family. Oh, I need my green brush. Oh, that is my green brush, you dork. There we go. Don't mind me. Okay, I'm gonna come down because we're gonna work on one shape at a time. I'm just gonna fill the page with a few because we're gonna fussy cut them and just kind of play with them on this card. And it's gonna go kind of quickly, hopefully, if I don't mess it up. Okay, I don't want to start with the blue one. I want to start with this one. Okay, put that right there. Put that right there. I'm gonna grab this. I'm gonna have myself a rag sitting right next to me. So when I go into the dark pink and then I need to go back into the light or anything, I can just wipe off my brush. Okay, and that's how I clean my brushes. Just wipe them off, just like that, okay? I'm gonna do a soft for the bottom and then go in and do the darker for the top part and this piece here. Okay, so I'm going to open up my rosy cheeks and we can use some washi tape. Okay, you can use washi tape. Oh my goodness, you can. Maureen, hi. She says, how is everybody doing? I'm doing fabulous. So you can use washi tape to help hold it down. I'm cutting out of this paper, so I don't mind if I ink that by accident. It's not going to bother me a bit because I'm just focusing on this and I'm going to make kind of a row of them so we can cut and go. So we're going to pick up our, it says it's freezing. Or is Jean like literally cold? And you can make it as smooth. Hi Karen, how are you doing today? You can make it as smooth or as blotchy as you want because it's a shell. Remember, shells have texture, so we can go Jean is freezing. How can you be freezing? It's like, huh. Come visit me. You'll be sweaty because it's hot. Okay, so I'm just gonna scooch this on down. Now what I don't want to do is get ink into there, so I'll just be careful when I come up that I don't get ink up in there. And then we're gonna add ink to this one. Oh, I think I'll do 3 each. That should go quick enough. If you want a super smooth blend, what you're going to want to do is grab your ink, swirl it on your glass mat to blend it, and then start and slowly work it in. I'm looking for texture, so I'm tapping and squishing that brush in there. It's not going to hurt it. It's going to look funky monkey, but you know what? It's going to keep it trucking. Ah, Jean has 70 degrees inside. Lucky duck. See that? Now, if we were ink blending right onto our card base, we would want to mask off all of the areas, especially the edges, because you're going to get over inking. Then we're going to scoot this down, scoot this up. So we've got our next one right there. And we're gonna get that. Oh, that one's got some good scratches in it. Yeah, look at that. Isn't that pretty? Already, it's looking great. Okay. So then, okay, we have our stencil. We stenciled it, and all we're going to do is slide it up, okay? And look how easy that is. It just slides right up. Now, what you're going to be doing is you're looking for white spaces. If you see white spaces, that means when you put your ink down, it's going to extend over the base color. So I'm going to scooch this down. I'm going to look around and make sure there's no white showing. These line up pretty darn good. Okay, so I'm going to scooch my tape down. Put that right in there. We're going to get our pink. I'm not going to clean it because we're going into a darker. It's not going to hurt nothing. Okay. And we're going to ink it up. Okay. Just like so. Easy peasy. Scooch it down. See here, we're ink blending over. We're not worried about it. Okay, we just want to make sure we don't go into the next one. Cover that up. Grab some ink. Okay. And we're going to be fussy cutting, so we're not worried about this markings either. Okay, and then our last one. Okay, grab that ink. Okay, easy peasy. Look at that. Okay, then we're gonna start back at the top and get our little base colored in, just like so. And I should have covered this part or been more careful. Try to be a little bit more careful. This is when a good tiny brush would come in handy for these tiny spots. But it moves down super, super easy, guys. Just look at that. And so I just put ink on the tip of my brush and just try and keep it where it's supposed to be. Ta-da! I got a little bit out of there, but that's okay. That's a little bit of texture going on. So easy peasy, did 3 of those. We're gonna set that aside, cover our ink, scooch that aside, and now we're just gonna give this a little cleaning because we're gonna go into our next color. Okay. Clean my tape. There we go. Pam was hoping for some moving fairies, but she's got to do it herself. Okay, so I'm gonna do this one, I think in the Tropical Tango with the purple. It's gonna be pretty. I'm gonna clean my brush because this is a blue brush and Tropical Tango's got a little bit of green in there. Okay. And we're just gonna, again, I don't want perfection. I want gritty looking little sand dollar. So it looks fabulous. Hey T, how you doing? Scooch it on down, scooched on down. Get our next one in here. Oops. If you do want perfection, you know, just blend it in. I'm purposefully doing the not perfect. Okay. Ooh, that one got kind of cool looking. Ouch, T got goof off in her eyes. That's scary. Aw, Karen. Well, thanks for hanging out with us for a little bit. We'll see you next time, hopefully. I'll be back next Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern. Okay, so now we did that part. I am going to wipe this off because I'm going to go into a totally different color. Okay, so we worked like this. Okay, so let me get this over here. So this is how I worked with my stencil, the same all the way down. Now what I'm going to do is get this up here and scooch it over. Okay, that's it. So if we're doing the one, we scooch it over and it just slides right in there. And these little stars are going to connect, not touching, but they're going to be pointing to these little indents. And so that's where that one goes. Now, right here, okay, this little dot, the next step, is really close to my image. So I am going to cover that one because I don't want to accidentally have this down too far and get that in there. So we're going to attempt to peel the washi once again. Yes, these are the Simon Hurley Stencil Maker set. And it comes with the the 3 pieces for these 3 bigger ones as well. So we're just going to cover those little holes right there. We're going to get our tape to roll back the other way. And we just set that right in there. And look, easy peasy. Okay, so now I'm going in with a purple, a crown meat, because remember, maybe somebody picked these up and painted them and are leaving them on the beach for the kiddos. I mean, oh, look at how adorable that is. And how quick was that? That was just a couple of swirls with the brush. Okay, need it darker, pounce on more ink, lift, go down to the next one. If you guys have a scan and cut, you can do all these up, and then instead of fussy cutting like I'm going to be doing, you can scan and cut them. Look at, ugh, so adorable. So now I'm going to take and wipe this, okay, just so that the tape will stick, because now I don't want those pokies in when I go in with the dots. Okay, so where's my sand dollar? Here's our sand dollar. We're going to scoot down and pull it over. Okay, sand dollar down and over. And you can just kind of see where that takes you. And I'm going to try and do these a little bit lighter. So I'm not going to push very hard. I'm just going to, yeah. Give them a light scraping. Oh, look it. So easy. Okay. Oh, look it. Fabulous. That's 2 of our 4 shells are done. Okay. Let's move on to this one. For his, I know, little piggyback. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. I'm getting Neha to order, see if she can order, not, it's always a question, always a plea to order the new colors. But yeah, I'm excited. Okay, so now we've got this. Again, I'm not going to worry about this part because I'm going to be chopping that off. But I am worried about this part because when I put this here, I'm going to ink right over. And we don't want to do that. So we did this and that. And the blues are going to be for that one. So we're going for a more natural color. We're going with a light and then the guppy. You know what? No, we're not gonna go too natural. Oops, having a catastrophe. We're gonna grab Roar. We're gonna grab a nice bright orange and a little bit of a yellowy color. So no, we're gonna do that too. Orange and yellow. We're changing it up. I changed my mind. These are so nice and beautiful and bright. We're gonna go bright there. So we're doing Shooting Star and Roar. Okay, so I need to change my brushes out a little bit. So we're gonna get this one cleaned up. Okay, so we're gonna do our first step in the Shooting Star. Okay. Oh, yeah, so good that I changed that color. Look at that. And we can't make imperfections really with this one, but that's okay because the color's so light. And then we're going to gently peel that, scooch it down. Look at that. Beautiful colors. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, I was sold on the stencil maker. And recently, a couple of months ago, got it. I say recently, but I've only used it a couple of times. Okay. So that's, I mean, just easy peasy, you guys. The first layer is done. I'm gonna just give a little wipe up on this. Remember to wipe your tape too. Okay, you've got gooeys on your tape. Now again, same brush. I might wipe a little bit off. Not too worried about it. We're going into some Roar. And the Simon Hurley ink pads are felt. They do get hairy. Now, if you notice little scragglers, you got to give it a haircut. Okay, these little things, if they get outside like this and you put that lid on it, what's going to happen is anything absorbent will pull the color off your pad. Trust me, I know I know. So you just give it a little haircut, okay? Because these suckers are really inky. Okay, so we're just gonna go and give a little snip, and there, we've given it a haircut. But here, I'll show you this one little strand, okay? You can get a lot of ink off of those, and they will sit and soak that ink out. So all your felt, even the little distress cubes, that's how I found out that it does it. My little distress cubes were sucking out the color. Oh, I closed that up and I need it open. Okay. Oops. Make those go away. Little fuzzies. Clean my fingers. Okay, so this one, we have this part here and this part here. But again, it's just the motion of scooching, okay? So we've done it this way, we're gonna scooch it over. And again, what you're doing is you're looking for white. If you see white in your stencil spot, that means it's gonna overlap into the other area. Now, I don't want to accidentally get ink there, so I'm going to cover this portion of it, okay? And then we're going to scooch this piece down to cover that, okay? Just like so. Same two pieces of tape. Oops. Yeah, this is what we're going for. Woo-hoo-hoo! Look at that! Then we're just going to scooch it up. So you can do light, you can do dark. Oops, watch that tape. Stay put. Okay. Oops, nope, nope, nope. That one's a little bit hard to see. I need to get it. Oh my goodness, what is wrong with you? I need you to stay put, tape. And white. There we go. I don't know, that one was a little difficult for me. One out of 9 isn't bad. Having a little bit of difficulty. Okay. So we're gonna wipe that off. Remember to wipe our tape. Okay, now we're gonna go into the shell part, the ribs of this little gem. Okay, and we worked it, we're just gonna pull it right down. And I'm just making sure everything's lined up. There's no white showing, okay? I am gonna grab one more piece of tape though, because knowing me, I will get a little crazy. The Nautilus, that's what it's called. Yes, This is the Nautil. I had the names of all the other ones, just not that one. They're gorgeous. And this one, I'm gonna do this one. I'm gonna do it dark here in the tighter spool of it, and then just let the orange kiss the yellow. Okay, orange kisses. Oh, look at that. Aren't those fun? Oh my goodness. Okay, so just slide it down, because that's what we've been doing. We've just been sliding our stuff around. Is that? No. Okay. Slide this down. Oops. Ooh, they're mathematically perfect. That's awesome. T is saying that each ring here is equidistant from the last. Nature is so fascinating. It's perfect yet imperfect at times. It's crazy. Oh, I misaligned that one a little bit, but you know what? It still looks hecka good. I'm not sad. I should have left a little bit of space between my dark orange and this one. I messed that one up too. But you'll never know if I don't point it out. So push hard in the center and then lighten up your touch, and that will give you that nice soft ring around the gem. Look at that. So beautiful. Okay. And you know, I almost forgot. Okay. I forgot. I'm gonna save this last shell here. I'm gonna set that right over there because I forgot to do the most important part first. You guys, we need some lunar paste and our tiny bubbles. Well, tiny circles that we're gonna make into like tiny little bubbles, right? Look at lunar paste is also in the shop, and the thicker you put it on, the longer it takes to dry. I'm not gonna do super thick, and I'm only gonna do some hit and miss areas because I don't want it like perfect, because we're dealing with bubbles. So you want to load up the back of the knife, okay? Just like scooping the butter out of the container to butter your toast. It's basically the same thing. You're going to set the knife down at a nice, I don't know, 45-degree angle. No, 30, I don't know. It's an angle. You set it down. It's not 90. It's a smaller angle than 90. And then you scoop, okay? And you just swoop, just like that, okay? I don't want them filled in. I just want kisses of blue because it's gonna look more scaly, more bubbly, okay? So there is one spot. I'm gonna be careful because I've got some paste there now. Scooch this down. I've got one area. I'm gonna rotate, put this here, just do some flicks. There's area 2 and area 3. I like to do stenciling, stamping in groups of 3. That's it. That's all we need. Okay. Now, if you're worried, if you're worried about making a mess, You could tape that off. Such a dork. But look it, I just pulled that right off. It's really wonderful stuff. So there we have it. We have our Lunar Paste, bubbles, / scales, whatever. It's kind of cool. But we use the tiny circles, which you can find at the shop. Okay, I'm going to set that on my laptop to dry. I didn't mix colors or anything, so I'm just going to scrape that little bit right back into there. I'm going to set the Lunar Paste aside, and I don't have a scrap of piece of paper? Say what? You guys, how did I manage that? Oh, haha, but I have a piece of black from yesterday. Yes, Pam is absolutely right. You can get yourself a piece of copy paper, put it in between, and then when you ink, that'll be all nice and safe. Or ink, Lunar Paste. When you Lunar Paste. Okay, so I'm going to squirt some water on there, squirt some water on there, take my black cardstock, clean off my palette knife, clean off. Oh, I love Lunar Paste cleanup. Just pick that up. Ooh, look at that. Get some more off the bottom, and then we're gonna let that dry, and that is gonna be our cleanup. How nice is that? You, of course, do not have to do that. I like to do it because it gives me more backgrounds in my drawer full of backgrounds that I absolutely don't need, but I want them. And then a wet rag, okay? That's all you need. Even if it dries a little, okay, on your glass mat, it's gonna clean up really easy. The thinner it is, the quicker it dries. No big deal. Like that right there was already dry and crusty. And our stencil, you want to wipe both sides with any paste that you run through it. Any inks, anything, you want to do both sides because it's always going to seep through. So that's all clean. Our palette knife is clean. Our little blue bubblies are sitting over there drying. Back to our shells. Now this shell, oops, let me clean off this little piece here. And I got that orange stuff everywhere. Clean my tape. Don't push it down too. Stick. I'm gonna wipe it on the other side. Okay, so now this shell, this is a 4-piece shell. How lovely is that? I'm gonna decide which. You can start anywhere you want because it's your shell, right? And this one we're doing in the blue-green combo. I think I'm gonna do blue on the bottom, green on the top. Blue on the bottom, so green on the. We're gonna start with the green. Overzealous is a lighter green, so I'm going to make sure my brush is clean because I do have some really dark greens that I use this one with. Okay, and we just scrub just like that. Okay, no need to take it to the sink and hose it down, trust me. Okay, so first thing is first, we're going to tape off the bottom half because we don't want to accidentally put something where that needs to be. This part I'm not too worried about because I can make my shells going down this way. Okay. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Grabbing some Overzealous. We're gonna have a beautiful green shell. Now, this one is gonna be fun because we have a piece that connects to another piece. So what I'm going to do is try and darken this part here and leave the tips a little bit lighter. So I'm just gonna take and build up just at the bottom. Okay, so we've got a little bit darker here and a little bit lighter there. I do apologize. Jean says, I can watch you do that Lunar Paste cleanup 1,000 times and try to copy, but mine, it never looks like yours. We'll get you there, Jean. We'll get you comfortable. We'll do a little Lunar Paste cleanup class. Okay, so there's that. So our little, I want to work like we did. We do it in steps. So I'm actually going to scooch this down quite a bit. Okay, because I don't want that yeah, I need room for the bottom half. So I'm going to scooch down. I'm going to tape off that area so I don't accidentally get the green there. And then again, we're going to ink up that bottom piece. Okay, nice and inky. And then lightly feather the tips. Oh, I did that one even better. Ooh wee. Look at that. That's a good one. Ooh. Then we're going to scoot it down quite a bit, and then I'll probably do another one like right there. Yeah. So I'll scooch this one down right here. Okay. Grab some Overzealous. This Overzealous by Simon Hurley. Twisted Citron in the Tim Holtz line. Ugh, those are my faves. Absolutely faves. Look at that. Okay, and then we're going to scooch this one right here. And I don't want my ink going over there, but I don't care if it goes up. Look at that. Look at us making shells. Perfect, 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 perfect. Okay. Oh, no, that should be all right. That should be all right. I just had an epiphany. I was like, oh no, I'm only using 2 colors. I didn't grab a light and a dark. But you could. But if you don't have a lot of colors, you can make your dark color with the same color. And that's what we're going to do. Okay. So we definitely need to tape this up like so. Okay, we're going right back in with the Overzealous. Okay. And we're going to pack the color on. Just like so. Ooh, look at how lovely that one is. Next. And again, it slide over, slide up, and it just scooches in there. Now, I did notice this one does have an overhang. I'm not sure why, but you could push your overhang up, okay? Because what's going to happen is you're making this darker anyways, and so that won't be such a big problem. So we're just going to ink that up nice and good. Like so. And there. You can't tell that it overhung. Whereas on this one I missed it a little bit, so the overhang is at the bottom. But it's still good. Still good. Line up the bottom pieces, a little bit of overhang at the top, and the overhang is what I'm calling the white space, because remember on all of the other ones you don't want to see white space, but this one it's just off a little. So I'm just trying to make even white space on both of those so that when I grab that ink, it just fills in, and voila. You can't even tell. I love it. Oops. Tape everywhere. Now this process of doing all the one piece of the stencil at a time is going to save you guys a lot of time. This assembly line, okay? Just, oh, look at it. It's fabulous. So we're going to close that up. We're going to grab our blue. Going to get our blue brush, which I probably should use this one since I used the other one. Okay. No diving. Yeah, no diving. Simon's blue is really beautiful. But I'm using a Clear Skies because I think it's going to be bright with the green. I think it's going to look fabulous. We're going to clean the stencil so I don't get any hard green mixed into my blue. Oops. And then we're going to tape off the shells above and below just to be on the safe side. Okay, so this is the bottom piece, and it's got this L shape right there. Okay, the Nike swoosh, that little L shape, it's going to fit around this corner. Okay, that's what that's covering for us. Okay, and again, for this one, it's kind of reverse. If you can see a hairline of green or whatever color you're using on top, you can either put it there perfectly or scooch it down just until that color is covered up. I hope that makes sense. So we're going right under there, that little hair flip right there. That's all lined up. We're going to grab our blue and ink that up. And I'm going to try and again make it darker where the two meet. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just, I thought it might be fun to do that. Okay. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Now I missed it just a teeny bit. So on the next one, I'm gonna let some of that green show through. Just a teeny weeny bit. So then hopefully that'll help our colors line up a little bit better. So I'm gonna put it right there, and then I'm just gonna have a hairline of green show through. And I actually did that pretty quickly. And then we're gonna try and darken it right there. Just like so. Oh, much better, much better. Look at that. Gives that beautiful line right there. It's fabulous. Okay. Try and pick up my pace. We're gonna be hitting an hour here really quick. Very happy with this stencil maker. Okay. Don't want to accidentally go into there. Okay.